Hello students, hello everyone. One video I have already uploaded for ICSE class 10th computer application specimen paper 2024. Okay, in that video I have discussed section A of that question paper. In this video I am going to discuss the section B of that question paper. Okay, so without wasting your and my time, let's start with this question paper. So here we go. Section A I have already solved and I'm going to solve the section B of that same question paper. Okay. In section B there will be six questions. And out of 6 questions you have to attempt how many? 4 questions. You can see answer any 4 questions from this section. So out of 6 programs you have to attempt 4 questions. Okay. So let's start with this first question of that section B. This question number 3 will always be a class programming. Means you can see, look at the question. Such program will be the first program. Confirm. And this question, it's very easy question. And you should attempt it, practice more question like this. In this video, I will discuss this program only. And I have already uploaded one program, I think, video for such programs already uploaded. You can watch from there also, class programming for class 10th. So this program I'm going to discuss, and such questions are very easy questions. You should practice for this also. So let's start with this question. See, define a class called with the following specifications. Class name is what? eShop. So here I will type in front of you. So live in front of you, I will solve the question and I will explain line by line. So try to understand. And if any doubt, you can ask through comment section. So let's just start with this. So class name is what? eShop, that we have written. Then this is the opening of class. This import java.util.scanner will be there because we need to take input further. So for that I have imported this java.util.scanner. Okay. Now class name is what? What is class name? eShop. So that I have written. Then this is the opening of class. Okay. After that, we go through the data members. Your member variables or data members both are same. Here it is written member variables. You can see. So member variables or data members both are same. So here see. So there are this question has two data members, or you can say two member variables, name and price. Name is of string type and price is of double type. Okay. So string name, this is for name of the items purchased, and this price is for price of the item purchased. Okay. So what we have written the class name. Now we have to define these data members. Okay. So here I am defining that. You can see string name, double price. Okay. These are the data members given. So that we have declared string name and double price. Okay. So that we have copied here. So this is class name and these are the data members which is given in the question that we have declared. Now we will define the functions. Okay. I think the things are clear. It's very easy thing. Just we are copying class name, variable name, their types, everything is given. We are copying them only. The class name, data members declared. Now we'll define the methods. We'll define the functions of this class. So class name done, data members done. Now we'll define the member functions. Okay. So here we have two. Generally in this question you'll have three functions, three methods. One function or method will be for input. One method will be there to calculate something. And one more method will be there to display something. This is the common pattern I'm telling you of the ICSE board class 10th examination. So three function will be there generally. Sometimes you may have constructor also. If constructor is there, define that. If it is not there, no need to define that. So here we have this function, asset function, calculate function and display function. So in general, I'm telling you, this such question contains three member functions. One member function will be for input, something you have to take as input. Another member function will be to calculate something, and one member function will be there to display. Okay, and main function. This is the common general pattern I'm telling you. So class name we have written, data members we have declared. Now I'm going to define the function, this function void accept. Okay, so here we have to write void accept. This is the function name. Now read the description of this question, this function. Please read, and you should read the question carefully. It is written accept. Accept means input or read, whatever. Accept the name and price of the item using the method scanner class, method of the scanner class. Okay, whatever. Here it is said to input name and price of the item. These two things we have to take input. As per the question, accept का मतलब, the meaning of accept means input. Input the name and price of the item using the method of scanner class. Means here we have to take two things as input: name of the item and price of the item. So for input, as you know, if you want to take input, we require the object of scanner class. So void accept. Then this is the function name. Then we are opening the function. This is the opening of function. Then in this function, we have to take input the name and type of name and price of the item. So to take input, we require the object of scanner class. So that we have to create here. We have to create the object of scanner class. Is equal to new scanner. Then system dot in. Simple. This we require whenever we want to take input. If you want to take input, the object of scanner class is required. Then now what to take input? It is see in the description it is written accept the name and price of the item. So here you can write a proper message. You can type a proper message before input. System dot out dot println enter name and price of the item. Okay. Then for name of the item, which data member we have? We have name data member. See, this name data member is here. And for price of the item, we have the data member price. So you have to use this same variable. These same variables you have to use. Okay. So that I'm going to use. So name of the book, we have data member name. So name equal to, name is of which type? String type. So you know how to take string input, sc dot next line. Okay. Simply we are taking input in this function. Then for price of the item, we have the variable price. So price equal to, it's of double type. So how to take double type input? Sc dot next double. Okay. Opening, closing, same. This much only. And then function close. Here function opened and here function closed. Okay. So in this function, simply in all the time in this question, you will have a function. The first function, generally you will have function in which you have to take input. So what to take input? Read it carefully. Recognize the variables for that, data members for that, and take input. Here it is said to take name and price of the item as input. So for name we have the data member name. For price we have the data member price. So with a proper message we have taken input. This is common thing I'm telling you. Just try to learn it. It's not so difficult. It's very easy thing. Okay, I hope the things are clear. Now, second function in that you have to calculate something. Such function will be there in which we have to calculate something. Okay, here we have the function, second function, to calculate the net amount to be paid by the customer based on the following criteria. If price is 1000 to 2500, discount will be 5%. Here it is said to price discount is calculated. Okay. So to calculate the net amount to be paid by the customer based on the following criteria. Just go to the question. It said to calculate the net amount to be paid by the customer. Net amount will be what? Price minus discount based on the following criteria. Means we have to calculate a discount amount and that will subtract from the price. So that price minus discount will be the net amount which will be paid by a customer. This is general thing based on the following criteria. So this we are going to calculate. So we'll check whether price is between 1000 to 25,000. The discount will be of 5%. So how much net amount we have to pay, that we need to calculate. Okay. The simple logic, it's simply if else question. Okay, nothing else. No loop, no switch, no any nested loop are required here. Simple if else question is this. So let's start. So they said if price is between 1000, sorry, 1000 to 25,000, means here we'll check what is the function name. The function name is void. The function name is calculate. So void calculate. Okay. Okay. If price, the variable is price. Price is greater than or equal to 1000, and as per the question we're writing, price is less than or equal to how much? 25,000. If this condition is true, then price will be a net amount will be what? A discount will be what? Discount is what? How many? How much? If 1000 to 25,000, the discount is 5%. Means 5% of what? 5% of price. So discount will be 5.0 upon 100 of what? Price. This formula. It should be, this is the discount amount. It should be subtracted from price to get the net amount minus, and then must be stored back to price variable. I think you are getting this point. This is simple logic. Okay. Means price minus discount, this is the discount amount, will be the net amount paid by the customer. Okay. Then here semicolon. Else if price is greater than, see the condition, it is given there, greater than or equal to 25,001 to 57,000. Okay. So if price is greater than or equal to 25,001 and price is less than or equal to 57,000. Okay. If this condition is there, discount is how many? How much discount is there? 7.5%. So price equal to price minus 7.5. So 7.5 of what? Price will be subtracted from the price to get the net amount. Okay. Now third condition, else if. Now the third condition, third range is what? 57,001 to 1 lakh. Okay, 57,001 to 1 lakh. So if price is greater than 57,001 and price is less than or equal to 1 lakh. Okay, if this condition is true, price equal to price minus how much? What is the discount percentage? 10%. So 10% means 10.0 upon 100 of what? Price. Semicolon. Okay, then else if. Else the last condition is if price is greater than 1 lakh, above 1 lakh. Okay. If the price is above 1 lakh, price is what? Price equal to price minus discount percent is what? 15%. For more than 1 lakh, the price discount is what? 15%. You can see I'm putting the pointer there. 15%. So 15.0 upon 100 into price. Okay. So any one of these condition will be true, and whichever condition is true, that amount will be stored into price. That is what? Net amount paid by the customer. That is what? Net amount paid by to be paid by the customer. So here it is said to calculate the net amount to be paid by the customer. Only calculate, so we have calculated. Now close the function. Okay, the next function is, so generally one function will be for input. Read the question carefully and find out the variables which data members are required for input. Second function will be for calculation, something we have to calculate like this only. And the third function will be to display the things. So read the question, read the function, read the description of this display function. It is said to display the name of the item and net amount to be paid. So here we have to display two things, name uh, and net amount to be paid. So for name, which data member we have? Name. And for net amount to be paid, we have stored, net amount we have calculated, and we have stored into which variable? See, we have stored into price variable itself. So we have to display the value of price variable. Okay. Name, for name we have data member name. For net amount to be paid, we have the data member price. So that we have to display. It's very easy, you know how to display. To display anything in Java, we use system.out.println. So void display. Display is here. Now open function, open, then system.out.println name of the item, name, or you can write only name or name of the item, whatever you want to write, proper message. Then data member is what? Name. Then again system.out.println, and now what to display? Amount, net amount to be paid by the customer, net amount to be paid by the customer. Customer, okay. The variable is for data member, for that is what? Price. Okay, price will be the data member, and semicolon, then close. Okay, so read the description of this function. Generally we have to print something. So you know, it's very easy how to print. You know, system.out.println is used with a proper message. You can, and by recognizing the data member, which data member will be there, you can display with proper message. Okay, then after this we have to define the main function. It is given the question, you can see I'm showing you. Here it written, write the main function or main method to create an object. Means here we have in main function, what we have to do? We have to create an object. We have to create an object and call the above methods. And the methods, the functions we have defined here, accept, calculate, and display, these functions we have to call. These two things we have to do in the main function. In main function, we have to create the object and we have to call the methods which we have defined. So do it. Public static void main string arg. Then in main function we have to create the object of the class. What is the class name? The class name is eShop. So here we'll create the object of class eShop. eShop will be equal to new eShop. Okay. So this we have, what we have done, we have created the object of class. The name of the object is what? OB. So we have created the object, and by this object we will call the functions. So functions, we have defined 3 functions. So we will call them in sequence. So ob dot accept, the function, first function is what? Ob dot accept, sorry, accept. So we are calling that ob dot accept. Then ob dot calculate, the next function is calculate, and then ob dot display. 3 functions, 3 methods we have defined that we are calling by the help of that object. So in main function, what we need to do, it is said to create an object of the class and call the above methods that we have done. Okay, I think the things are clear. So in this line, we have created the object. So you can write here object. Comment should also be written there. Some few comments you're supposed to write. Object creation. And in this line we are calling the accept function. In this line we are calling the calculate function, and in this line we are calling the display function. It is said to create the object of the class and call the above methods that we have done. Now close the main function, close the class. And after all, just don't forget to write the variable description after each and every program. This program, each program is of 15 marks, and out of 15 marks, there is 3 marks for documentation, and documentation includes comments and variable description. So few comments somewhere and variable description must be written. Otherwise, you will lose in 4 questions. You will lose 12 marks. So better in each and every program, don't forget to write variable descriptions. You know how to write the variable description: name, then type, then description. Okay, the name is what? In this question, writing variable description is very easy. There are only two data members are there, two variables are there. Name, type is what? String, and here to store the name. So name of the item. You can copy this here. You can copy from the question itself. Everything is written there. You can copy from there too. Name of the item. Okay. Then another is price. This type is what? Double. Okay. And this is to store the price of the item. Price of store the price of the item. So this variable description must be written, and few comments as I have written: object creation or closing of main function. Such comments you can write somewhere. Okay, so including means variable description and comment, these together called documentation, and there's 3 marks for documentation in each program. So don't forget to write this variable description and few comments, 1 or 2 comments you can write. Okay, so I hope this question is clear. Okay, so practice more such questions. One video I think I have already uploaded for such questions. So go through that and practice more question of this question. I think you can go through this. If you go through this, you will find that this question is very easy. So try to practice some more question like this. Okay. Now moving to the next question of the same paper. Question number 4. Okay. Define a class to accept a value in integer array of size 10 and sort them in ascending order using the selection sort techniques and display the sorted array. Directly, this is the question of selection sort. There are 2 methods of searching in syllabus: linear search and binary search, and there are 2 methods of sorting, bubble sort and selection sort in our syllabus. So out of these 4, one question will be there. You can see in front of this is specimen paper provided by board, okay, council. So out of these 4 questions, one question will be there, either from searching or from sorting. One question will be there. Okay, so prepare that, and different ways of searching and sorting. The videos I have already uploaded, and simple video of selection sort, bubble sort I have already uploaded. So go through that. Here I am not going to explain this question. I will put the link of that video in which I have displayed, in which I have discussed selection sort method, or you can go through all the methods, bubble sort, and you can watch that linear search and binary search also. So prepare these 4 programs properly. Okay, I have uploaded many videos for different ways are there to ask such questions. So please watch that videos properly. And out of these 4 questions, as I'm repeating again, one question will be there, 100%. So prepare that well, and just take care of this. Sometimes it may be ascending order, or sometimes it may be descending order. So take care of this. Okay. The program which I have taught in the videos is for the ascending order, and what changes we required to make it same question, same program for the descending order, that also I have mentioned in that video. So take care of that. Okay. Ascending, descending order. So this array will be of integer type, size will be 10. So I'm not going to explain or discuss this question in this video. I will put the link of this program, selection sort program, in my description. Okay, description of this video. Okay, now question number 7. Here it is said, define a class to accept 3-digit number and check whether it is a duck number or not. Okay, a number is a duck number if it has 0 in it. So here we have to accept the three-digit number and check whether it is a duck number or not. Number is duck number if it has 0 in it. If there is a single 0, एक भी 0 है, then that number will be called. If it has 0 in it, if the number is without 0, then that number will be called. That number will not be called duck number. So this question I'm going to attempt. So we need to take input and all. So common things I will write. Question number. Sorry, that not question, that was by mistake, and scrolled to question number 7. Coming back to question number 5. Okay, question number 4. For this, I will put the link in the description. Okay, now question number 5. Question number 5 is what? Define a class to accept a string and convert it into uppercase. Count and display the number of words in number of vowels in it. Sorry, number of vowels in it. So input is robotics. So you have to convert into uppercase robotics, and number of vowels, which is how many vowels are here? O, and I. This we have to count. This question is very easy question, you know. So that I'm going to solve. Just I will show you the code and I will discuss this also. Such for counting number of vowels, the video for counting number of vowels I have already uploaded. Okay, so this question also I'm not going to discuss here. Only one thing is here extra, that it is said to convert the string to uppercase. Okay, so I will put the link of that also, that program also, in which I have discussed how to count the number of vowels in the string. Okay, so please watch that video through that link if you want to go through this. Only one thing is extra here in this question, that it is said to convert it into uppercase. So you know how to convert a string into uppercase, simply by writing str equal to str dot to uppercase. Okay, so link for this question also I will put in the description. Okay, better you watch through that. There will be better explanation. I have explained thoroughly in that video, so please watch that video. I will put the link of this. Now go to the question number 6. In question number 6, you can see it is written. This is the question of 2D array. Again, they have introduced they have added 2D array also in class 10th computer science, computer application syllabus. So this is the question of that, and this question will be not too difficult. And in case of 2D array, if you know how to declare the 2D array, how to take input the elements of 2D array, then some 40% of the question will be solved at least. Then logic is also easy, and basic of 2D array video for that also I have already uploaded. So I will put the link of that also. You can watch through that. This question I'm going to solve in this video, and don't worry, I'm not going to put the link of this. I will solve this question. Okay, so let's start this question. It is written, define a class to accept values into a 3x3 array and check if it is a special array. Okay, 3x3 means it's a 2D array, two-dimensional array of order 3x3 means 3 rows and 3 columns will be there. An array is a special array if the sum of even elements is equal to sum of the odd elements. For example, it is given, consider this is the array, and how many? This is the elements of first row, 4, 5, 6. These are the elements of second row. These are the elements of third row. So sum of even elements, if you go 3, 4, 6, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 2. If it sum of even elements is 18, sum of odd elements is 18. So sum of even elements in the array and sum of odd elements in the array are equal, then that array, that double dimension array, will be called special array. So let's start with this question. This is question number 6, I think. Okay, question number 6. This question I'm going to solve. So what first thing that import class main scanner we need to write. So these are the common things which are required. Now declaring the first we have to declare that 2D array which order is given as 3 cross 3. In the question it is given the order of that 2D array is what 3 cross 3. So we have to declare that array first. It is of integer type int. Array name you can take anything. Here I am taking A. Then two square brackets that indicates this is a two-dimensional array. Okay. Then new again name a type of array int and how many rows are there? 3 rows. And how many columns are there? 3 columns. So this is the way to declare an array. Here you can write a comment array declaration and array declaration. Okay, few comments you're supposed to write. So one of them I'm writing. Okay. So what we have done in this line, we have declared 2D array. How to declare, how to take input, that already I've explained, but still I'm explaining in brief here. So this here we have declared an array, a 2D array of order 3 cross 3. Then we will take input. In this array we'll take input. So before input, a proper message system dot out dot println what enter the elements of array. Enter the elements of array. Enter the elements of array. Okay, then for 2D array input we require nested loop. Okay, nested loop, and in the nested loop outer loop will be as per the number of rows and inner loop is as per the number of columns. So here number of rows and number of columns both are equal to 3. So both the loops, means in nested loop outer loop and inner loop, will go up to 3. Okay, see I'm showing you. Int I equal to 0 will start from 0 and will go up to 3 semicolon, then I plus plus. Then again inner loop that will also be from 0 to 0, sorry, j equal to 0 semicolon, j is less than number of columns 3, j plus plus. Okay. Then here the name of array is a I j equal to integer input, so sc dot next int integer input done. Okay, then inner loop closed and outer loop closed. Okay, so remember to for 2D array input we require nested loop, outer loop as per the number of rows. Here number of rows is 3, and inner loop as per the number of columns. Here number of column is also 3. Okay, so outer loop as per the number of rows, inner loop as per the number of columns. Okay, then which type of array is this? Which type of array is that? So here it is, we have declared an array of int type, so sc dot next int. If the array is of string type, sc dot next line. If the array is of double type, sc dot next double. So this is the way of array input. Here you can write the comment array input. This everything I have explained thoroughly in the video. That description I will put here. How to declare, how to take input, and how to display the elements of 2D array. Everything I have explained thoroughly in that video. Here I am explaining in brief. So what we have done, we have declared a 2D array. This is the way to declare the 2D array, and we have taken input. For 2D array input, we require nested loop, outer loop as per the number of rows, and inner loop as per the number of columns. So I think again I've explained how to declare and how to take input the elements of 2D array. Okay. Now the question is what? Consider we have declared this array 2D array, and this will be the condition. Consider how many rows are there? 3 rows are there. 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Row index 0, 1, 0, 1 and 2, and column index 0, 1 and 2. Okay. So consider the elements we have stored in this is and go through the example. See, it is written 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2. Here 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2 and 4 to 5. Consider these elements we have taken as input. Okay. This pen is not working properly. Just ignore that extra lines. Okay. Consider these elements we have taken input. Now we have to find the sum of even numbers and sum of odd numbers in this 2D array. Okay. So for sum of even numbers, we require a variable, and for sum of odd numbers also we require a variable of int type. So here, for sum of even number, you can take a variable sum e that must be initialized with 0, as you know. If you want to add more than one numbers in any program, we require a variable to which we initialize with 0. So that we are doing. So we are taking one variable for sum of even numbers and another variable sum odd, so sum o or sumo, whatever you want to say, that will also be initialized with 0. So these two variables are required for to store the sum of even numbers and sum of odd. And then again we have to write this inner loop. I'm copying here. This is not array input here. Again we have to go through all the elements. So this inner and outer loop is required. Okay. We have to go through all the elements now. So this loop is required. So then now I'll check if aij, if aij modulus 2 equal to 0. You know this condition is for even numbers. If this condition is true, means that number is the value at this index number I and j is what? Even number. So that we have to add. So sum e equal to sum e plus aij. That aij will be added into some variable, some e variable aij. Okay, if aij, the value at index number ij is an even number, then this condition will be true. So that aij means the value at aij will be added to sum e. And if it is not even number, then obviously it will be odd number. So sum, for that we have variable sum o equal to sum o plus aij. Okay. Inner loop close, outer loop close. So I am going to explain this. Listen carefully. With this example, I will explain. See, sinful screen. Okay. Now listen. I am going to explain this. Listen carefully. I equal to 0. Condition true. Control will go inside the loop. J equal to 0. Condition true. Control will go inside the loop. Okay. Now aij means a00. What we have at a00? We have 4. 0, 0. What we have? 4. 4 modulus 2. aij means a00 is what? 4. So 4 modulus 2 equal to 0 condition is true. This condition will be true for the odd numbers, sorry, even numbers. So aij is what? aij matlab a00. What is a00? 4. So 4 modulus 2 equal to 0. This condition is true. This condition is true. So aij means a00, that is 4, will be added to sum e. So what the value of sum is this time? 0. So 0 plus 4 will be 4, will be stored into sum e. The value of sum will be what? Sum e will be what now? 4. Sum o is this time 0. Okay. Now this condition is true. So control will not go for else. Now from the closing of inner loop, it will go for j plus plus. Okay. Now j plus plus, j will be what now? 1. J will be what? 1. Now a01, I is 0, j is 1. At a01, what do we have? What we have? We have 5. So at 0, 1, a01 we have 5. So 5 modulus 2 equal to 0. This condition will be false. 5 is not an even number. So this condition will be false. So control will go for else. And that aij means that a01, but at 01 we have 5, will be added to sumo. Okay. So current value of sumo is what? 0. And the value at 01 is what? 5. So 0 plus 5 will be what? 5. and will be stored into sum O itself. So the value of sum O will be what now? 5. Then again from here j plus plus. J will be what now? 2. Condition true, control will go inside the loop. Okay. Now Aij. Aij means A02. What we have at A02? At A02 we have 6. A02 is 6. I0, J is 2. At A02 we have 6. 6 modulus 2 equal to 0, condition true. Condition true. So that Aij means A02, that is 6, will be added to sum E. So the current value of sum is what? 4. So 4 plus 6 will be 10 and will be stored into sum itself. So the value of sum will be what now? 10. Then control will go from the closing for this j plus plus. J will be what now? 3. This condition will be false and control will go outside this loop. Okay. Then from this closing, control will go for I plus plus. Now the value of I will be 1. Now the value of I will be 1 and this condition will be true. Then control will go inside the loop. Okay. Still moving this hodgepodge. Now the value of j I is what? 1 and j will start from 0 again. Okay. Now A01, sorry, A10, the value of I is 1 this time you can see. So A10, 10 means 1, 0. What we have? 5. At A10, what we have? 5. Okay. So 5 modulus 2 equal to 0. Condition false. This condition is false because 5 is not an even number, it's an odd number, so condition false. So control will go for this, and that Aij means that A10 will be added into sumo. So sumo is already 5, 5 plus 5 will be what? 10, and that value will be stored into sumo itself. So sumo will be what now? 10. Now j plus plus, j will be what? 1, condition true, and control will go inside the loop. Now A11, we have 3. A11, 1, 1, we have 3. So 3 modulus 2 equal to 0, condition false. Again this value A11 will be added to sumo. So sumo is what? 10. 10 plus 3 will be what? 13. Sumo is 13. And now j plus plus, j will be 2. Condition true. Control will go inside the loop. Now Aij means A12. What we have at A12? We have 2. So A12 is what now? 2. So 2 modulus 2 equal to 0, condition true. 2 is an even number, so this condition is true. Sum E, what the value of sum is what? 10. 10 plus Aij means A02. What is that? A02 we have 2, so that 2 will be added. So sum will be what? Sum E will be what now? 12. And so on like this, all the elements, all the even numbers will be added to sum E, and all the odd numbers will be added to sum O, and so on like this it will happen. The same thing I'm not going to repeat again and again. It will take too much time and will be boring for you. So better I think you got the point. Okay. So by this way, when control will go outside the loop, sum of all the even numbers will be stored into sum E, that will be 18 here, and all the sum of all the even odd numbers will be stored into sumo, that also be 18 here for this particular example. Okay. Now coming outside the loop, we'll check the value of sum E and sum O are equal or not. If they are equal, it means sum of even numbers and sum of odd numbers are equal. It means that array is a special array. So that we have to check if sum E is equal to sum O. If this condition is true, means sum of even numbers and sum of odd numbers are equal. So we have to display the message system.out.println. It is a special array. It is a special array. Else it is not a special array. Okay. In main close, class close. That's all about this question. And 2D array question. So there will be not so difficult questions. Such questions will also will be there. I hope so. Not too difficult question. Difficulty level will not go more than this time. It's, I hope this. Okay. So I think no doubt in this. And to know the basic of 2D array, how to take input, how to declare, to get the thorough explanation, you can watch that video. I will put the description of that basics. Okay. So this is the question number 6. Okay. Now going to the next question. Now question number 7. Okay. See on the screen. It is written, define a class to accept 3 digits number and check whether it is a duck number or not. And note a number is a duck number if it has 0 in it. Means it is said to define a class to accept means to input a 3-digit number. 3 digits number means we have to take input a number, then we will count the number of digits of that number. And if the number of digits is equal to 3, then we will continue, then we'll check whether it is a duck number or not. And if it is not of 3 digits, then we will display the message invalid. See, it is given in the example 1. Example 1, the number we have taken input 2083. So you can see it is not of 3 digits. So the output should be what? Invalid. Otherwise, if it is of 3 digits, we have to check whether it is a duck number or not. So what is a duck number? The number having 0 in it. Okay. See input 103, so it has 0. So this number is a duck number. So this question we are going to solve. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to take input. After taking input, so this we have done here. See in the something I have already written. Class name I have taken duck. Scanner class object. You know it is required. Then a proper message. Enter a 3-digit number. Consider in n variable we have taken 203. Example 2 is given there. Now what we have to do, we have to count the number of digits. Okay. So to count the number of digits, one logic I have already taught, means I have taught through a video which I have already uploaded. I will put the link of that also. How to count the number of digits of a number using loop, that I have already taught through a video. Okay. Here I am going to teach you, I am going to tell you another logic for the same, means another logic to count the number of digits. Okay, so whichever one, the video which I have already uploaded using loop, that video link I will provide in the description. So you can watch that, or you can implement this method which I am going to tell you in this program. See how to count the number of digits of a number without loop. This method is not of loop, it is something else. See how to. So consider n we have taken as what? 203. Now the methodology which I am going to implement here is I will convert this number into string type. Okay, so to convert any type of value into string type, there is a function of string class that name is value of. Okay, by that value of function we can convert any type of value into string type. So here I am going to do that string. I consider I am taking the variable num, for that num equal to, okay, and I'm going to convert string dot, it should be called like this, string dot value of. This string function I have already discussed in a video in which I have discussed the string functions. String dot value of, this value of function converts any type of value into what? String type. Okay, so here string dot value of, to which you want to convert into string type, we want to convert, just a minute, here we will write n. This n is a number, that is what? N equal to what we have taken, what I told, consider n equal to 203, that we are converting, that n, that is 203, it is of integer type. This we are converting by this value of function. See how to call the function carefully. This n will be converted into string type. Okay, this n will be converted into string type. Let me clear this. Okay, so that will be stored into variable num, which is of string type. So the value of num will be what? 203, in string format. In string format. Now here num is what? Is of string type. So here 203 is not in numeric form, it is in string form. In string form. String format means here 203 are not the digits, here 203 are the characters. Okay. So we have converted this number into string type. Okay. Remember this value function is very useful in the number programming itself. Number programming also. Okay. Now num is what? Num is 203. Now we can count the number of digits. For number of digits, I can take a variable. You can take a variable int. You can take any variable. I am taking a number of digits. So NOD, number of digits, equal to num dot. Num is a string dot. Length function of string class. So name dot length function. It counts the number of characters in the string. The length function count the number of characters in the string. So num string has how many characters? 3 characters. So length function will return the number of characters in this string, in this num string. So the length will be what? The length of num is what? 3. That will be stored into NOD. So by this way, we got the number of digits of this number. What we have done, we have converted the number into string, and then we have calculated the length of that by the using function length. Length function returns the number of characters in the string. So this is another method. Just 2 lines are required to count the number of digits. Instead of using loop, you can use this method. Okay, value of function to convert the number into string. Then by length function, you can count the number of digits of that number. This is another method. Please remember this, and I think it is easier method, so you must learn it. Okay, then now we'll check whether this NOD means that number of digits. NOD is for what here? Then NOD is here for number of digits. Now we'll check whether that NOD is equal to 3 or not. So we'll check here if NOD equal to 3. If it is equal to 3. Okay, no, before that we'll check or whatever. NOD equal to 3. If NOD equal to 3, then we will proceed. Now these are the logics. If NOD equal to 3, okay. So f int f equal to 0 d. Now listen. Now what is the logic? Consider now we have counted and we have checked if the number of digits is equal to 3, then we'll proceed. So n is what? The number is what? 203. So logic is what? We will extract a digit and we'll check whether it is 0 or not. And if we'll got the first 0, when as soon as we'll get the 0, that time it is decided, it is confirmed that the number is duck number. If there is only one, if there is at least 1 0, if the number has at least 1 0, then that will be called duck number. So as soon as we'll get the first 0, we will stop checking, because एक भी 0 मिल गया तो number duck number. This is the logic. So here I am taking a flag variable that I am taking 0 and d to extract the digit, the digit which we will extract to store that digit, I am taking d variable. It's very common logic. This line, and this line. I have already explained in loop programming. Okay, it's very common logic. That same logic we are using here too. You can see. So n not equal to 0. Okay. So condition n is what? 203 that I'm explaining. 203 not equal to 0, condition true. So control will go inside the loop. Now n modulus 10. This technique is used to extract a digit. And when we module a number by 10, the unit place digit will be, you'll get the unit place digit, okay, in variable d. So n modulus 10 means n is what? 203. So 203 modulus 10 will be what? 3. That will be stored into d. So by this way we got the first digit of the number. We got a digit. This is the technique. 10 से module करके एक digit निकालते हैं. Now what to do with that digit in this particular program? In different programs it may vary. उस digit को निकाल के क्या करना, ये change होता रहेगा. So here what to do with that program? What to do with that extracted digit? Here we have to check whether that digit is 0 or not. So that we are checking. If it is 0, then f equal to 1 and control break से control loop से बाहर. If d is 0, then what will happen? The value of f will be updated. It was 0. It will be updated by 1, and break will send the control outside the loop, because further no need to check whether it is duck number or not. If you got the 0, go outside the loop. No need to check further. Okay. So here again I'm telling you, sorry, I'm explaining too much, so it may be confusing. Just don't be confused. I'm repeating again. N equal to 0. N is what? 203. D equal to n modulus 10. It's very old technique I have explained in many programs. Modulus 10, extract the unit place digit. Okay, so D will be what? 3. Now what about this condition? D equal to 3, this condition is false. We are not getting 0, so this condition is false. So nothing will happen. Then control will go for this. And this n by 10, if you divide a number by 10, the unit place digit is removed. So n is what? 203. 203 by 10 will be what? 20. Okay. So that 20 will be stored into n itself. So the value of n will be what now? 20. Okay. This is the logic. We extract a digit by modulus 10. We use that, whatever the use of that digit in the program as per the program. Then divide it by 10 to remove that digit. Extract, use and remove that digit to get the next digit. Okay. Now from here the control will go back to here. Now value of n is what? 20. 20 not equal to 0, condition true. Control go to this line. N modulus 10. Now n is what? 20. 20 modulus 10 will be what? 0. Now we are getting second digit. Will be stored into variable d. N modulus 10 means n is 20, to 20 modulus 10 will be what? 0. That will be stored into d. So the value of d will be what now? 0. Okay. Now what about this condition? This condition is true. You can see this condition is true. So if this condition is true, the value of f was 0. See, initially the value of f was 0. If you are getting the first 0, this condition will be true, and then we are updating f by 1. The value of f will be what now? 1. And break will send the control outside the loop. This is the loop. Loop is from here to here. So control will go outside the loop. Okay. As soon as we'll get the 0, we'll update f by 1, and by break will go outside the loop. Okay. Now coming outside the loop, we are checking whether it is equal to or not. The value of f is what? Equal to 1. Since we got the 0, so f is updated by 1. So this condition is true. So you'll have the message. It is a duck number. This message you'll have. Okay. And see this. This code we are writing in if block. This code we are writing in this if block. Are you getting this? If NOD was 3, so this opening bracket will go to end. It will come to this point. Okay. This closing is for that if. Okay. Now here, okay, if NOD equal to 3, then all the procedures we have done. Okay, I think the things are clear. If a number of digit is 3, only then we are checking for the duck number or not. If it is false, if this condition is false, NOD equal to 3, if this condition is false, means if the number of digit is not equal to 3, then this condition will be false. If this condition is false, then then what? Then what? Then that time, in that case, we have to display invalid. As per the question, see, if the number is not of 3 digits, we have to display the message invalid. So this requirement we are going to fulfill. So here else, that if closed here, that if is closed here, now else. Okay, else here will display the message as per the requirement of the program, will display the message system dot out dot print in double quotes println. You can write println in double quotes invalid. As per the question, it is written invalid, so write the invalid. Okay, then semicolon, then main closed and class closed. Okay, I'm showing you the complete program in front of you. Don't be confused. If any confusion you have, you can ask through the question. Here also we are using the common old logic, the techniques which we have used in many programs. The same technique we are using here too. So what we have done, again, I'm repeating the logic in brief. We have taken input, then we have converted that number into string, and by length function we have counted the number of digits in NOD. Then we are checking whether it is NOD means number of digits is equal to 3. If it is equal to 3, then we have checked for the duck number. Logic for duck number is what? We have taken a flag variable that we have initialized with 0, and we are repeating the loop until n will become 0. And by modulus 10, we are extracting a digit, and we are checking whether that digit is 0 or not. If we are getting 0, we are updating f by 1, and break will send the control outside the loop. Okay. And if it is f equal to 1, then it is a duck number. Otherwise, if f is not equal to 1, then you have the message it is not a duck number. Then if this condition is false, if NOD is not equal to 3, it means if the number of digits is not equal to 3, then control will go for this else, and you'll have the message invalid directly. Okay. If still any confusion, since there is no new logic in this program, we are using the old techniques, the techniques which I have explained in most of the questions. Still, if you have any confusion, please ask. Okay. Otherwise, give another examples, take another values and test this program and check the output. Okay. So, and don't forget to write the variable description at the end of each and every program. That is of 3 marks. I have told 3 marks for documentation. Documentation includes variable description and what? Comment. So please remember this. Then now question number 8, the last question of this question paper. Define a class to overload a method. The method display as follows. Here two functions, void display, void display. You know what is function overloading? It is said to overload the method overloading or function overloading. We can define more than one function of same name with different parameters. List is called method overloading or function overloading. See, the name of this function display, the name of this function is also display, but they have different parameters list. This, it is requiring no parameter, it is requiring one parameter of int type. Okay, so this is the concept of function overloading, means defining more than one function of same name with different parameters list is called function or method overloading. So simple, that is the concept. Here, what to do in this function, it is written. What to do in this function, it is given here. So that we are going to do. So void display, define a class to overload. Here it is said to print the following format using the nested loop. This is the program of pattern. The same program I have explained already, but still I am going to solve in this question in this video. Okay, see. So here void display, the class name is, we can take overload. Question number 8. Okay. Question number 8. Class name, we can take what? For that input class name, I'm taking overload, or any class name you can take. Then first function, what is the function? First function, void display. So we are going to define that void display. In this function, it is said to print that pattern. Okay, so let me remind you again, you can watch my pattern video, the same pattern I've explained thoroughly there. Link I will put in description. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in question of pattern, we count the number of, we use nested loop. Okay, what do we use? We use nested loop, and means outer loop and inner loop. Okay, so outer loop must be repeated as per the number of rows, as per the number of lines. How many lines this format has? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. The outer loop will be repeated 5 times. Okay, and inner loop is there to print the value of each row. Inner loop is there to print the value of each row. So what are we printing in each row? We are printing 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So you can see the starting of each row is what? 1. In each row, the starting is what? 1. And end is different. In first row, the end is 1. In second row, the end is 2. In third row, the end is 3. And so on like this. So we'll start from 1 and we'll go up to I. Okay, let's start. So here, as I told, we require nested loop, outer loop as per the number of columns. So number of lines, number of rows. So I equal to 1, semicolon, I is less than or equal to 5. 5 lines are there in the pattern. So 5 times. 1 to 5 or 5 to 1 as per requirement, 5 times the outer loop outer loops would be repeated. In this pattern, how many lines are there? 5 lines are there. So outer loops would be repeated as per the number of lines in the pattern. I plus plus, okay. Whether 1 to 5 or 5 to 1. Anyhow, number of lines times. Okay. And inner loop is there. Inner loop is there to print the value of each row. So each row, starting of each row is what? 1. So we'll start from 1. Int j equal to 1, semicolon. Okay. The pattern, the inner loop is here to print the value of each row. So starting of each row is what? 1. The end of each row is not fixed. So here we have to write a variable which value will be first time 1, second time 2, third time 3, fourth time 4, fifth time 5. So here instead of writing 5, if you're writing 5 all the time 1 to 5, 1 to 5. Here it is not like that. Here first time 1 to 1, then next time 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. So here 1 to I, semicolon, then I plus plus. Okay, sorry, j plus plus. Okay, so 1 to I. First time the value of I will be what? 1. So this loop will be repeated from 1 to 1. The second time the value of I will be by I plus plus, the value of I will be 2. So this loop will be repeated from 1 to 2. So 1, 2 will be printed. Next time I plus plus I will be 3. So 1 to 3, then 1 to 4 and so on like this. Okay, in this loop it is I j plus plus. Okay. Then we will write system dot out dot print in a loop we use print statement because the first row should be printed in one line, second line, second row in one line, third row in one line. So lines should not be changed while you're printing the one row. Okay, system dot out dot print, here will type j. Okay, semicolon. Then coming outside the loop, we used to change the line by writing system. After printing one row, we need to change the line. So this line is for that only, system dot out dot print element. It will not print anything, it will just only change the line. Okay. So, and this loop is closed, now function closed. This loop will print that pattern. The value of I will be first time 1. So this loop will be repeated from 1 to 1. Next time the value of I will be 2. This loop will be repeated from 1 to 2. So 1, 2 will be printed. Next time I will be 3. So this loop will be repeated from 1 to 3. So 1 to 3 will be printed and so on like this. Okay. This loop, this pattern I have already explained thoroughly in that video. I will put the link of that description for a thorough explanation. So this function closed here. Got it? This function is closed here. I'm marking it by red color. Now second function. Okay, second function is also, that name is also display, but parameter list is different. Here it is said to print the square root of each digit of the given number. Means the number is 4329. So square root of 9, square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 4. Okay. I think output is not correct here. Here how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So square root of each and every digit we have to display. The square root of 9 is what? 3 that we have displayed here. Then square root of, sorry, means we have to take input. What? Square root of what? Which number digits? N. The number is what? N. So we have to extract a digit. Same logic we are going to use again. N modulus 10 by N modulus 10 we will extract the digit. Then we will calculate the square root and we will print it. एक एक डिजिट निकालेंगे, उसका स्क्वायर रूट निकालेंगे, उसको प्रिंट कर देंगे, फिर n by 10 से उसको हटाते जाएंगे. ऐसा तब तक करेंगे जब तक कि n की वैल्यू 0 ना हो जाए. ये लॉजिक कई प्रोग्राम से यूज हो चुका है. आई थिंक यू आर गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट. So that I'm going to display. A function name is what? Word display. Wait. Display. Again, the function name is same, but parameter, it has a parameter int n. Now we are going to print the square root of each digit of the number n. Okay. Don't take input in this program. N is the value. Okay. Now again same thing, we require a variable d. Okay. Then here while loop while n not equal to 0, then d equal to n modulus 10, n modulus 10. By this way you will get the digit. Will n modulus 10 will return the digit, will be stored into d. Now what to do with d? We have to find the square root of d and print. It is said to calculate and print the square root of each digit. So we have extracted a digit in d, then we'll display the square root of this. So system dot out dot print ln square root. To calculate a square root we use math dot sqrt. In bracket we'll write what, how much, d, the digit which we have extracted in d, that square root we are calculating and printing as well by using system dot out dot print ln function. Okay, so math dot sqrt, square root of d will be calculated and will be printed because of the system dot out dot println. Then what to do? We will remove that digit by writing n equal to n by 10 semicolon. Simple. So 1 by 1 digit will be extracted and the square root of that will be printed, and by n by 10 that digit will be removed and the next digit will be extracted, and so on like this. And it will, this process will be repeated until the value of n will become 0. Now function closed. This function is closed here. Okay, this function is closed here. So only that two function we need to define, then close the class. Only this much we have to do in the examination. No need to write the main function and all, and then write the variable description and few comments you can write. Okay, so this is all about this specimen paper of 2024. Okay, so kindly go through this. If any confusion you have, you can ask through the comment section. I've explained everything thoroughly, and I will try to upload the PDF of this question solution of this question paper in PDF format. That will also I will upload on the description part. Okay, so for this video this much only. Thank you, and keep on watching my videos and go through each and every video loop and all. Go through the basic also. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Thank you. All the best.